Hello everybody, my name's Hazel. I live in South Africa. I've only been doing art journaling videos since the beginning of March, so please bear with me. This is my very first collaboration ever. I've been watching other people do videos for about 18 months, but this is the beginning. Okay, I wanted to do P yesterday, but life got in my way, so now I'm doing the same project but under Q. How come, do you ask? Well, Paperclips has now become Quirky Paperclips. And why are they quirky? Because these paperclips become fridge magnets. Watch and learn. This whole idea of turning paperclip into a fridge magnet began sometime last year when I just needed to put something up on my fridge, and I'd been practicing making altered paper clips, and I suddenly thought to myself, now hold on a minute, I had some tape, magnetic tape, and so I kind of grabbed my little paper clip, which was this one, and stuck a piece of magnetic strip on the back, and it worked like an absolute charm. So this little baby now lives on the side of my PC and holds a couple of little reminders. You see, it's sorry, I'm fiddling because I'm nervous, but there we go. Just stick it up on the PC and it's fine. So then I made a few and sent them off as gifts to people. So let's have a look and see the way I do it. I'm using okay, we measure everything in centimeters, so I've got a little ruler that also shows inches. This is the paper clips that I'm using, or these are the paper clips that I'm using. I see they're 2 inches long, which makes them 5 centimeters long. That's the size I'm using. The the base is a piece of paper. You'll notice gessoed, because this is a rather shiny piece of paper that came out of a magazine or a book, and I know the glue doesn't stick very well to it. And then this is a piece of cereal box cardboard, just to use for one of the other layers. So this is how it goes. I fold it. This is 15 centimeters long, this little piece, and just over 4 centimeters wide, which makes it about 6 3/4 inches long and just over 1.5 inches wide. So that gives you the measurements. So what I do, because this is 16 centimeters long, I have, let me double check, am I right? Yes, 15 centimeters long. I've folded it so that one side is 1 centimeter shorter than the other. So therefore we've got 8 centimeters on the front and 7 centimeters on the back. Okay, this is the cardboard. Here is the paper, also folded to 8 centimeters on the one side and 7 on the other. Now I take a paper clip and I put the short part of the paper clip onto the back You see, there's the paper clip like this. So I've got this folded over, and I'm putting it right in the middle like that, but I am leaving a little piece sticking out, and you'll see why in a moment. Now what I'm going to do is tape this down, the paper clip, because I tend to have things move on me when I'm not looking. So I've just got some double-sided tape, and I'm going to tape this down on both sides. So there it is, taped down on this side to hold it exactly in place. And then I'm going to do this one on this side to hold it exactly in place. All right, the next step is to take the cardboard. Now again, we've got the short side and the long side, so you just make sure that you've got everything in the right place. And uh-oh, I've forgotten my craft knife. Sorry about that, folks. Told you I was nervous. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I want to make a little gap in the cardboard. So I just need to mark the center here. With my pencil, and then this is the fold, you see. So on the fold I'm going to make a little slit. It's just a couple of millimeters longer than the actual paper clip is wide. Right, so there we have it. And now we're going to push the paper clip through the gap in the cardboard. Now I'm going to glue this down with my glue stick. I find that works just fine. Oopsie. Let's not make a mess. There we go. I put lots and lots of glue on this so that it really, really sticks down. Turn that over. Push it down as hard as I can. Okay, I've made a little bit of a mess. I can feel sticky fingers happening here. So let me grab a wet wipe. That was not something I expected to use today. Sorry about the noise. Okay, let me just wipe off the glue stick from here, otherwise we'll glue the entire thing together and we won't be able to use it anyway. Okay, let's turn that over now. I think I'd better just, there we go. Now again, lots and lots of glue from the glue stick. Hold it and push it down. There's the sticky. Okay, now I'm just going to leave this to dry. But if you look carefully, you will see that the paper clip is now hidden between the paper and the cardboard. Just going to hold this down a little bit. Make sure it sticks properly. The other side is behaving beautifully, of course. There's always one that's temperamental, isn't there? Okay, so that little one can sit there and dry off. And we'll move on to the next one. So we need, now this is how I fold the cardboard, because I find it's the easiest way to do it. Is I just use this. So I put it on the line, hold it down very, very firmly and bend it up. That way I get it exactly where it's supposed to be. Okay, so we've got that bent. Now we make the mark for the paper clip. Find the middle. What I've done is I have actually put a double-sided tape onto all three of the little fridge magnet oblique paper clips, and I'm going to possibly go silent on you and fast forward through all of this to make a little bit, you know, to make the stop the video from being too long. But let's chat about what I've got here first. this is for what I've put together for the first fridge magnet paperclip story. These papers are recycled. It's what I take out of puzzle books. I do a lot of word puzzles because it helps me keep my brain active. And the answers at the back of the book, once I've finished the whole book, and it's now going to be recycled, I take out the answers because I rather like the designs. You noticed on the first paperclip that I showed you earlier, it had the same kind of little crossword puzzle design on the background. So this is going to be on here. Let's just stick it on and show you. So that will be the background. And then I have a couple of nice red hearts to go on here. So they will go on here somehow, somewhere. And then at the top, I've got this rather cute little paper rose surrounded with lace, black lace. So once that is put together, it'll be lovely. And then at the end of the paperclip, the loop that is sticking out, I'm going to put some of this fabric. So that's this one. The next one is a leftover piece from a masterboard I made. So that will fit like this. And I've decided to put this little piece of lace up the middle like that. It'll fold over and go into the back as well. Then this is actually a paper flower that I watched a tutorial on how to make it from paper scraps, and I rather loved it. It's got a little bit of bling in the center, one of those little sparkly plastic jobs. So that will go here, and then there will be some of this green ribbon, because if you look carefully at this flower, you will see there's touches of green in the paper. So I thought the green ribbon would be rather nice to go with that one. And then here is also a piece of masterboard that oops, wrong way around, that I made. And I have this little dragonfly stamp. I stamped it onto tissue paper, but the nice thing about tissue paper, I'm not sure if you know, is that it becomes transparent when wet. So when I put down the liquid matte medium to glue this down, the tissue paper is going to disappear. You're not going to see it at all. So that will be on there with a little purple paper rose this time, and a little bit of lilac lace around it to decorate it. And then this fabric will be pulled through the loop. So that's how it's all going to look. I'm going to probably speed things up and maybe just show the making of one of these, and then put up the finished project at the end. So let's start with the one in the middle, why not? So let's move these out of the way so they don't get caught in the storm. Right, so what we do here now is this is actually a shortcut, putting the double-sided tape. It's quite expensive, so I shouldn't have really done it. But I don't want to waste ages, people having to sit and watch paint dry, or should I say glue dry, when they'd far rather be doing something else on an Easter Saturday. So me see if I can lift this with my tweezers. I'm sure it's going to be easier. Here we go. Got it. Come on, let go. Oh my word. When this stuff attaches itself, it certainly does attach. Okay, I think that the easiest way to do this is going to be to take this down a little way, thread that on first, and attach it nicely to the top, and then pull off those coils and boom, glue it all down. Oh yes, this works like, oh, it's amazing, guys. It's probably worth the expense, especially if you want it to be mass making. You know, say for example you were doing a whole lot of fridge magnets for a crafters market or something. It would be rather a good idea to have this tape. It just means you work faster. You know, obviously, if you were using normal glue or adhesives of any kind, it would be a case of waiting for this to dry before you could carry on with the next step. So there, it's a huge time saver. But the added bonus is it goes on so smoothly. It looks absolutely lovely. Now you can see just how crooked my cutting has been. But that's okay. That's all going to be tidied up. But let's have a look at this now. This is looking gorgeous. Let me trim the edge. Trim here a tad. Cardboard doesn't cut as easily as paper, obviously. Look at that. It's looking super, isn't it? I'm rather proud of it anyway. Now let's put this on. So I'll just need to measure to get to the edge there. Let's just make a little hole in the lace for the paper clip. Here we go. Now I'm going to use a little bit of liquid matte medium to glue this down. No, I'll use my craft glue. It dries down transparently. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to put it, I'm actually going to put it on the lace and not on the there we go. Let's take this out, and I'm just going to run it down the center. Come on, let go. There we are. just going to take this down the, what I will do is put a coat of liquid matte medium over the whole finished paper clip, and that will be that. Go. Once that dries, I will obviously trim off the bit of lace at the end here. And okay, now it's time for the little flower. I think we can put it there, it will look rather lovely. Let's get this mess out of the way. Move this out of the way now. Bring out the trusty craft glue. Put a nice big blob on here. There we go. How did I have it? This way, I think. Lovely. This is going to be so pretty, don't you think? So there we have it, the 3 little paper clips so far. Now they must be left to dry a bit before I do the finishing touches and attach the magnets to the back. Here we are with the finished fridge magnets at last. Let's start with this one. The light is very difficult because it's now quite late at night, but I don't know, I think you should be able to see that what I've done is I've gone around the edges with the black ink. I've grunged up the little red hearts a bit to go with the rather dark red rose. So now we've got a slightly grungy, slightly gothic looking fridge magnet. Here is our lovely coral colored one with the handmade flower made from paper scraps with the little double green bow at the tip. And finally the lovely dragonfly. You can see that I've let me tilt him slightly. There we go. You can see the gloss on the wings, which I think is rather effective. So there we have it. The magnets are on the back. Observe. These are the strips of magnetic tape that turn these into magnets. And let me demonstrate how it works. Because it is the hidden paper clip, here is a piece of paper, and we can just pop it into there, and there we have it. A note to self attached to your fridge, and it's nice and firmly attached. Okay, and just to prove that they are definitely magnetized, this is a metal lid from a little tin that I have, and you can see, there we go, attach themselves nicely. And there is the last one. Thank you all very much for watching. I know there's been long silences in the video. I am busy mastering the voiceover, so it won't be long before I'll be able to do that quickly and easily. But until then, keep well, stay safe, and I really hope you'll like my little effort here tonight, and subscribe, and please comment. I really appreciate comments from my watchers. So until next time, bye bye.